Alrighty, hasn't been a lot of content lately. I've been kind of in a standstill on the truck. The hood, don't remember if you guys saw it last time, but we started the cow hood, got it cut, tacked up, everything like that. Still finishing body work on it. That's the time-consuming part. But right now, we are going to do some paint. Already got it sanded down, some alcohol sprayed over it. So we're gonna shoot a coat of primer, then paint, and then clear. We're gonna get that front end painted because I have first bracket getting dropped off today. We'll test fit it. If it fits, then I'll drill the holes for it. Take it, drill the other side's holes for it. And then if it does fit, he'll go ahead and make the other one. Then after both the middles are on, then we can go ahead building swing arms and coil brackets and everything else for it. But yeah, let's go ahead and get into shooting a coat of primer on this. Alrighty, so the coat of primer is on. Gonna let it dry for a minute and then get some paint. While we're doing that, I'm gonna run over some of the things on the truck that I'm not sure that I have. Some of the things I know I haven't, but let's get into it. So first things first, we did the cow hood. I'm not sure if I showed that in the last video or if I even had it started, but as you can see, still got quite a bit of body work to do. But there's that. The other thing is actually inside the truck. I did not film this because it took me about 30 seconds to do, literally, but it's turned out absolutely, I love it. Yeah, so jump up in here. We actually did a quick disconnect racing steering wheel. Comes off, and then, yeah, slides back on. If you can hit the thing. It's kind of a two-hand ordeal to get it lined up, but not like that. It just snaps back in. And we have a racing steering wheel as well. I think that's all, really, that I haven't filmed. A lot of time in that hood. I've had a lot of time in that hood. And I know TikTok has seen a bit of that. So obviously, majority of you probably know about the cow hood, but I haven't covered it here, I don't believe. But yeah, let's go ahead and get some paint on the front end and see how it turns out. Alrighty, we got the coat with the first coat of paint on the axle. Don't look half bad. The first coat actually covered real well. I'm gonna do a second coat, and then depending on how that looks, we'll probably shoot clear after the second coat. But yeah, it is. Let's see if that'll focus. Front end's painted. Mission accomplished. This video is also going to include the bracket that I have coming today, hopefully today. I'll show it. We'll set it on the pickup. I'll drill out the holes for it, everything like that. So I don't know I don't think I'm gonna film me shooting another coat of paint or clearing that, but you guys will see the finished product after it's done. But yeah, let's go ahead and get into some brackets. All right, so the first bracket is here. It doesn't look like a whole lot, but it's gonna be pretty cool. Before we dive into all that, I told you guys I'll show you the finished product of the front end, so we're gonna go ahead and get into that. I'm just gonna show it to you guys real quick, and then we'll jump in. It's just white, but that is done. So next, I'm gonna flip this around and kind of explain to you guys what's all going on, because this bracket gonna be a little more than just drilling holes, like I thought it was going to be. But let me flip this camera around and I'll kind of just explain it all to you guys, and then we'll jump into it. All right, so this is the front of the bracket. As you can see, it comes off. It'll sit in the frame there, so this will be on the side of the frame. That'll be on the bottom. And then we have a heim joint going from there for the control arm to go to the front end. But it'll have a faceplate over it, so it'll be all pretty and painted and whatnot. But frame-wise, to make this fit there, we're going to have to notch the back side of this for the cross member for the trans. That little tube cross member, if this will focus. I got to grind that flush with the frame, and then these rivets I have to grind down and punch through. They are for the torsion bar cross member, which obviously we don't need anymore because we're not running any torsion bars. So I got to grind those down, push those through. These two bolts, they hold a, I don't know if it was a pump or if it's like a brain of some sort. I'd have to look at it again. But so I'm gonna have to figure out what to do with those and how to mount those, or how to mount that pump or whatever it is on the inside without those there. That can be easily moved. And then this whole line is for the parking brake or emergency brake, whatever you want to call it. Probably just gonna end up deleting that whole fucking system and just getting rid of it, because I mean, personally, I don't use it. What I'll probably end up doing is just moving it up towards the top of the frame. But yeah, so I'm gonna flip this. So yeah, so got quite a bit of work to do on this bracket. Once I get all of it done and then it drilled out and it's sitting there, then I can bring it back to him, hopefully tomorrow after everything. I'm hoping to have everything done by tomorrow, tomorrow night. I can get this bracket back to him. He can build a duplicate for the other side, and then we can bolt them up, put the we have to weld cross members in the middle, just to keep it from crushing, essentially. And then we can paint it, get it bolted up, everything. And then build the swing arms or control arms, whatever you want to call them. And then the coil bracket, and then bolt it all up and everything be done, other than steering and brakes, which is something else that I already have it figured out, but something else that we have to do. But let's go ahead and jump into a time lapse of just, stripping down this frame, not stripping it down, but getting it ready and sitting right with this bracket. Alrighty, so that's where she's gonna sit. I will flip this around just a second to show you guys a little better, being that it was just time lapsed. But I'm sorry that it was blurry. I don't know why it came out like that. But yeah, that's roughly where she's gonna sit. I have to grind out, smooth out edges still on the bracket, everything like that, to make it look a little better on the edges and whatnot. But still I gotta drill the holes and then take it back off, bring it back to him so that he can build another one, replicate this one essentially for the other side, and then build the overlays for it, and then they'll get painted and tossed on, and we can start the brackets for the rest of the side. But let's take a look at that. All right, so essentially the front end will be up there, and then your swing arm or control arm will go from that to the front of the box, essentially, and then we'll have traction bars that go from the rear end to there. So really, to relate it to something, it's gonna be like a mini cradle, just not a cradle at all. It's just gonna look like it. But yeah, so yeah, gotta drill the holes for it so that we can get bolts through it, and then get it pulled back off, bring it back to him so that he can duplicate it, make one for the other side, and then we can finish up the rest of it. But I think that's probably where I'm going to finish out this video. Next video will be probably actually putting brackets on the middle, and then this might be the end, or I might swap to me doing some more shit. I don't know. But middle bracket is success, other than drilling holes, but that's the easy part. But yeah,